Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. Today we're doing these amazing frozen trees. This is using Bullseye's fantastic Irid Frit that I love. And we did some simpler ones and we did some with little murrine. And I can't wait to show you how to do this project. So this is the two-step process to make the little crystal tree bowl. You need to get a circle. If you can't cut a circle, just cut an estimation of a circle. It doesn't need to be exactly round. It can be kind of hexagonal, whatever it is easy for you to cut. You're going to put that in the middle, and then we need to kind of make some branches. So I've just got a bit of scrap clear here, texture here, and I'm not doing straight lines. I'm sort of doing irregular lines. I want them quite thin. Don't want to do that to my cutter. So like when cutting any kind of lines, you're going to want to do it in bits. That's probably a bit too fine for the breaker. Yeah, I'll do those on the grazing. So I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but if you've got a thin line, taking these, my smiley face down. For some reason they always remind me of crocodiles. You want to be at the end of your line, or as close to the end of the line you can get. Sometimes that's all it's going to do, but at least you're getting kind of bits. And I quite want some small shards anyway, so it's fine. And again, I'll do the same here. So when I got some bits like this, again I'm going to clean all my glass, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to waste your time watching me clean glass. And then I'm just going to use some blue glue to put these on like the branches of a tree. Now some of them I don't want it too big because with Frit I'm going to put around the edge. So I'm probably going to cut them down and I can use those bits as branches. Okay. So I put all the sort of longer ones on first, and now I'm going to like spokes for wheel, and now I'm just going to kind of glue on the what would effectively be the kind of outlying branches. You kind of need everything to sort of meet up enough so you're getting a good structure, but it wants to look like trees rather than like coral. So you can see we've just put kind of a load of branches all over, and now this is going to go in for a full fuse. Now with it we can also put in these, if you want to put some Frit balls on, you don't have to, and I'm just going to use some of this light blue. This is the Aqua Blue Tint 1808 coarse Frit, and I'm just going to put some of this round so it will turn into Frit balls at the same time as this going on a full fuse. So probably that's about, so you want to try and get some nice bigger pieces as well as some smaller pieces is good, but keep it away from the main structure because you don't want it contaminating that. Okay, and now this will go in. Before putting this in the kiln I have spread these out a bit just so they're not touching, as you want them to be individual Frit balls. If they're very small bits you do want to kind of add them in a ball, otherwise they will be too small to use, but don't spend too much time doing it. So now this is out of the kiln, full fused. I really like the shape it's come up with. I've also got the balls that have turned into Frit balls. So I'm just going to glue them now onto the tree. So I'm literally just picking one up, dropping it in glue and popping it on in an aesthetic fashion. So I'm going to get on and do this. So now I put the dots on, I'm going to add the Irid Frit. I'm lucky, I've got a very big jar of it. And I'm using these tweezers, I love these. I got them at warm glass with a scoopy on the end. And I'm literally putting the Frit close to the branches. And I want to kind of push it quite up against the branches. When I'm done at the end, I will push all of these bits in to make sure that they're all joining. You kind of need to make sure they are all at least pushed in and joining. So I'm going to carry on round now and just put the Irid all the way around. So you'll see here, I'm literally just, if there's any kind of stray bits, I'm just using a paintbrush to kind of move them back into place. If you end up with branches lower down coming out, you kind of need to think of whether you want to put any frit on them. I did some ones before, I'll just show you here. And, you know, I had a lower branch and I did build up a bit of frit onto that branch, but it's sort of a, you know, a personal taste thing of whether you want to build them up. Also, just going to talk about the birds while I'm here. So I have a Torosaur. I really think the only way you can cut these out is with a Torosaur, or you're going to have to choose a sort of simpler shape. But you don't have to put the birds on if you don't want to. If you don't have a Torosaur, you could just do them without. Or you could do a bit of fibre paper casting if you've seen that video that I'm afraid had to be taken down. You could literally fibre paper cast them, the little birds. So I'm going to cut those two on a Torosaur also to get them ready. Now I'm also now going to decorate this with the really lovely beautiful new murrine we've got, which are these reaction French vanilla and light cyan ones, which are going on sale this week. And I'm just going to place some of these around and then I'll put the little birdies on. So I've covered the tree with the murrine. I'm now going to do the birds. I've got a couple of black frit balls. If you don't, I sort of have a box of frit balls. If you don't, when you're doing the initial full fuse, stick a couple of bits of black frit in if you want to make the birds and do the eyes. And literally I'm just putting a black frit ball on each one for the eye. And then, because I want a bit of a spot of colour, and I know robins aren't grey, but I'm going with artistic licence, I'm just going to take some red opal frit, and because it's a tiny bit and I'm keeping it very low, I'm not worrying about a mask, and I'm just going to literally put a little bit of red powder on his tummy. Now I've left a gap for the bird to go, and I'll just do the other one. And then that can go in there on a full, on a tack fuse, and we'll see how it comes out. So this is now out of the kiln. It's all kind of nicely fused together. I've cut a piece of fibre paper to the size of the glass, and this is for draping. I'm going to drape over a cocktail shaker. I'm lucky I have a big kiln at the back that's got quite a lot of depth in it. So I will just, you can see my fingers are going through here. Just going to line that up where it was. And I'm just going to sort of get it on the cocktail shaker so I can sort of see it centred up with the middle bit of the middle going on the cocktail shaker like so. And then this can go on the in the kiln on the draping schedule. So here it is, fully fused and draped. You never really know with draping how it's going to turn out. With this one, when we did it, the birds ended up on kind of opposite sides of the drape, whereas these two, they've ended up on the same side. I kind of like both. I like it both ways. You can see the different ways of doing them with this type, which is sort of without murrine, which is using a light aqua tint on the dots, to this one where we've used just the light aquamarine and the murrine. I like it both. I like both of them. This is a really nice technique, and you could do it in many different colours or techniques, but I think for Christmas it's so lovely to have these ones with the Irid Frit, which really works fantastically well with this. And if you like this video, please subscribe.